guys, LazyJamie here, and today I'm checking out Don't Stay in School by Boyinaband. Now I actually do know Boyinaband, well, I mean I don't know him personally, but I know Boyinaband because I've actually seen him play Honey Pop with Max Mofo, and if you're a fan of Boyinaband and you're watching this, make sure you do watch that if you haven't already, because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have seen it because it's actually on Max's channel. They play Honey Pop, and I remember it very vividly because I watched each episode like 3 times at least because it was hilarious, and I really like Boyinaband. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry, I don't remember what his name was, but he seemed really funny, so I don't know, is this going to be, well, I'm going to find out soon because I'm going to watch it, but is this going to be a comedy video, like saying, like jokey, well you shouldn't stay in school because of this, or is it actually going to be serious? I don't know, because apparently it's a song, and I wanted to make sure that, you know, I can talk, well, I'm going to give my opinions on it afterwards, so regardless of what it is, but usually when I make videos on songs, I try not to talk over it too much, but I try to say some stuff, so I might pause it in between, so I'm sorry if I mean, I'm making sure I don't, you know, talk over stuff, so yeah. Also, I'm actually going to, well, usually I download the video and just record the screen like that. This time I'm going to be watching it on YouTube, so then we can have the captions on. So I want to make sure we don't miss anything, because sometimes if it's, I don't know, I want to make sure I have captions on. That's what I usually do for music as well. But yeah, before we get into it, if you enjoy, make sure you subscribe to join the Lazy crew today. Let's go. Oh, it's a bit artsy, isn't it? Nice. I love his hair, man. So cool.
I wasn't taught how to get a job, but I can remember dissecting a frog. I wasn't taught how to pay tax.
Biology.
But I know loads about Shakespeare's classics. I was never taught
True,
how to vote. They devoted that time to defining isotopes. I wasn't taught how to look after my health, but mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I spent a lesson on current events. Instead I studied the old American West. I was never taught what laws there are. I was never taught what laws there are. Let me
go over it twice.
I was not taught the laws for the country I live in, but I know how Henry VIII killed his women. Divorce, beheaded, died. Divorce, beheaded, survived. Glad that's in my head instead of financial advice.
Boy, I'm sorry, I don't like pausing songs, but that just gave me tingles then. I went along with him, and exactly, it's about instead of financial advice. Okay, the thing is, I'm in college now, right? I'm in college. So, you know, I've sort of only recently, well, I'm in the second year of college, so in England, that means I was in school like 2 years ago. And that's true. I mean, I do economics, so I know some of this stuff, but the stuff that's what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh damn it, how I got, no, I will not know what I'm talking about. The mandatory things in school, it's like the things that you have to learn, often they don't matter at all in future life. But things like financial advice, that, you know, that's the option. You can search that in your own time. You don't need to know that, you need to know that. Anyway, yeah, let's continue. These have been really good points so far. At the end, I'm going to go through each thing that he says and then, you know, sort of give my opinion on it. But yeah, let's go.
I was shown the wavelengths of different hues of light, but I was never taught my human rights. Apparently there's 30. Do you know them?
30?
What the hell can't we both recite them by rote? I know igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks, yet I don't know what about trading stocks or how money works at all. Where does it come from? How does the thing that motivates the world function? Not taught to budget and disperse my earnings. I was too busy there rehearsing cursive. Didn't learn how much it costs to raise a kid or what an affidavit is, but I spent days on what the quadratic equation is.
True.
Minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
He's going in.
You can learn facts over basic first aid, or how to recognize the most deadly mental disorders or diseases with preventable causes, or how to buy a house.
He's so passionate. I love it.
If I could afford it, because abstract maths was deemed more important than advice that would literally save thousands of lives.
True.
But it's cool, because now I could tell you if the number of unnecessary deaths caused by that choice was prime. Never
Boy!
Practical medicines, but
The tingle, little goosebumps.
classic method is, I've got a headache, the pain is ceaseless, what should I take? Maybe try some leeches? Could we discuss domestic abuse and get
this is actually so
how
good.
to help my depressed friend with a mental state? No, but learn mental maths, because you won't have a calculator with you every day. They say it's not the kids, the parents are the problem. Then if you taught the kids to parent, that's the problem solved then. This advice about using a condom, but not for when you actually have a kid when you want one.
He's going in.
This language for serious, the rest of the world speaks too. Do you think I'm an idiot? To choose the solo over the political system, so like a typical citizen now I don't know what I'm voting on.
Boy, he's going in.
Change me, we je parle un peu de français. So at 18 I was expected to elect a representative system I had never, ever been presented with.
True. That's
I'll tell everyone my childhood was wasted. I'll share it everywhere how I was educated, and insist these pointless things don't stay in school.
Don't stay in school. Oh. If you can't explain why a subject is applicable to most people's lives, that subject should not be mandatory. That's what I was saying. Introduce those topics, yes, but we should choose. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the point. Nobody should be forced to learn something that isn't practically useful. Don't stay in school. Share with the hashtag how you think things should change. Whoa, hang on. Okay, damn. Wow. Jesus, man. That was actually really, sincerely, that's actually really impressive, you know. I'm not overhyping or anything, but also, I want to make sure people know that I'm not, you know, I'm not like laughing at it or like not taking it seriously when I'm going, whoa, that's naturally, I don't anymore, but I literally actually had goosebumps on my arms, like right here, just like bumpy, or whatever you want to call them, you know, we call them goosebumps. That was crazy, and that's not going to be it now. We're going to do a little analysis, thought sort of thing, so we're going to look at the lyrics, well, you know, the captions on this, and go through them. I think it should be interesting to see how they, I could give my own opinion on the certain things that are said, so yeah, let's have a look. So let's have a look. So the first thing he said was, so what he said about the...
I wasn't taught how to get a job, but I can remember dissecting a frog.
Okay, now that is good luck. Okay, that's good. Because it's like, the thing is, you don't get taught how to get a job, do you? I mean, no, you don't. I was about to say, actually, maybe, no, you don't at all. You don't at all. In school, I mean, maybe it's different in the United States or some places you live, or, you know, maybe you had certain courses going on. But in United Kingdom, it's like, what is it? You get up to, once you're 3 years into it, then you decide what you want to do for the next 2 years. So it's like, for 3 years, when, you know, in the crucial stages of your, you know, your mind development, you get taught things that you don't really need, and you know, you're building long-term memories of things that might never leave your mind, that you don't even need. And yet in the last 2 years, you suddenly get to learn stuff that you actually want. Now, I remember I don't think there were really any courses that actually do this though. Only in college, was like economics. I don't think you could do that in my secondary school. But in college, I kind of learn that stuff now. But people who don't go to college, and they choose to go full-time work, how are they going to work out the finances? They're not, because they're not taught these certain things. And yeah, let's have a look at some more.
I wasn't taught how to pay tax, but I know loads about Shakespeare's classic.
Now, the Shakespeare's classics, that's kind of subjective, because it depends what you do, I guess. Well, I mean, actually, you know, because it is English language, isn't it? But the thing about tax, my boy, I still don't really understand taxes 100%, but because I do economics again, like I said, a lot of the stuff I do know now. But people who are in school still, no, they're not going to know. They're not going to know because you're not taught in school. Only once you learn outside of school. But I think I've seen some arguments of this. I've actually seen like references of this before. And people said that it was like, but what was it? They're saying, well, you should learn these things outside of school because it's like it's your own. But why should you learn things out of school? Well, the whole point of school is to grow as a person and, you know, learn the essentials. But the essentials aren't the quadratic equation. That's not essential. That's essential for your exam. But that exam, what's that going to matter in 10 years? It's not. What's going to matter is what you're doing and how you know how to apply it to your life and, you know, what you actually want to do. You know, laws, no. Are we taught laws? No. We're not taught laws. We're not taught the laws. Besides wearing your uniform, this is even a law. We're not taught laws, and that's ridiculous as well.
I was never taught my human rights. Apparently there's 30. Do you know them? I don't.
30. Let's have a look at those 30 rights that we never got taught. Hang on a second.
There's 30. Do you know?
I had to have a look at no one to be subjected by privacy. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So 30. I didn't know there was 30. I'd imagine a lot of them they're like filling in the cracks, like to make sure nothing slips through. You know, no loophole that suddenly lets you do something instead. But 30. That's a lot to not know. You know.
Let's spend days on what the quadratic equation is.
Again, the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. I swear to you, since leaving school and finishing maths and finishing that final exam where I used it, I'm never going to use a quadratic equation again. I'm never going to use it again. Why? Why is that in there? Why is that in there? I mean, I guess you could say, yeah, it's for the exam, but what's the exam for? It's to grade you on things that you don't need to know. It's almost like if you don't do well in the exam, maybe you're smarter.
Because you won't have a calculator with you every day.
Exactly. And not only a calculator, it's on your phone. There's like what? It's like we're living in like, I don't know, prehistoric times. Prehistoric time. I mean, it's like we're living in times before technology existed, you know. It's like we still need to know I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, the whole thing with exams is not so much about you need to know this. I think the thing with exams is also about the fact that you dedicate time into learning stuff and, you know, adapting your mind into complicated things. But ultimately, you don't need to know that stuff. You need to know things specialist for your job, but things that are specialised for exams, they're not in every job. Quadratic equation is not needed if you're scanning items at a till. But yeah, anyway, that was Don't Stay in School by Boyinaband. I found out his name was actually Dave. Yeah, his name was Dave, I remember now, Dave from Boyinaband, of course. And yeah, that was actually really good. It was really powerful, and I'm glad I looked over it again to really see the things and give my sort of analysis on it. It wasn't a big analysis. I could have carried on for longer, but it's a bit late now. It's like 9 PM and I need to do videos and stuff. And yeah, anyway, it was actually really good. I liked it. Had a good message, but it's also a bit of fun as well at the same time when he's sort of like, he roasts them, he disses them, he makes little jokes like, yeah, well, I know this, I know this, but I should know this, why am I learning this, you know, that sort of thing. It's like, quadratic equation, it's not going to help you really, is it? I mean, yeah, if you're doing maths related stuff, but even then it's not going to be used often. I don't think everyone should, but then again, that's just a specific, I don't know. It's hard to get around. There's no right answer really. There is no right answer. You could say, well, we should learn this, but other people might say no because you should learn it yourself. But like I said, if you don't have the research tools, like you don't have the internet, for example, or you don't have the money to be buying books and other things to learn, it's not like we get sent letters and, oh, this is how you do this, for example. It's just there, boom, you're taken out into the big wide world. And you're expected to know stuff, but how would you know it if you've not been told previously? You need to learn it. It's like you need to learn at the time that you're doing it. Like you said about the whole condom when you had a kid, when you don't want one, that sort of thing. It's like, yeah, it's a bit late for that, isn't it? You're not told in school. But again, we have had talks in my school. I don't know if it's the same with everyone. Like in my school, we did get talks on how to, you know, use condoms and their uses and stuff. But again, I don't think everyone does, and that's why he's doing this, because obviously he didn't get that experience. But yeah, that presented this impactful, you know, I feel like it had a good message that sort of, you know, it was a good video. I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope people enjoyed this and hearing my thoughts and stuff. And yeah, you can, if you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up for a start. But also, if you know any other things like this, I think Boyinaband has a lot of other good songs, I think, because I keep saying I think, but yeah, I think he does a lot of music, so I don't know if he's done other ones like this. Maybe he's done other funny things, I don't know. I'd like to see some more Boyinaband stuff, and I don't know if people would want me to see more as a video, but yeah, I'd like to check out some more, but it doesn't have to be Boyinaband. Maybe, you know, other songs or other things on this matter, I don't know. Because I actually saw suggested it was like, it was like reaction to Don't Stay in School hate comments. I might watch that in my own time, I don't know. It depends, whatever, you let me know, whatever, and I will have a look, because I like Dave, he's a funny guy. And yeah, don't have to be related to this, you can suggest anything at all, and I will check it out. Boy, I've done so much talking to this, and I like barely any breathing, and I keep stuttering and stuff, so I'm sorry, I don't usually talk this much in the video. And yeah, subscribe to join the Lazy crew today. Cheers!